The topic we'll be discussing in this lecture is various page replacement algorithms. Okay. So basically we are discussing about virtual memory and demand paging. So in demand paging, if the CPU is requesting a particular page and if that page is not in the main memory currently, if that page is not in the main memory, then a page fault will be created. And when the page fault was created, it will create a trap to the operating system, and the operating system should identify that page from the disk. The operating system should identify the page from the disk. After locating that page, a copy of that page should be moved to main memory. A copy of that page should be moved to main memory. Okay. And before moving, the the operating system should identify an empty page. Then only it can be moved. Okay. But assume that none of the pages were empty. All pages are filled. So let me mark it as X, which means they are occupied by some or other process. So all the pages, there is no empty frames in the main memory to bring this page which has created the page fault. Now what should be done? That is the question. So whatever the topic we are going to discuss, that is page replacement algorithms, actually it depends on this basic motivation. That is this is the motivation for page replacement algorithms, because you want to, there is a page fault, and a trap was created to the operating system, and operating system has located the page in the hard disk, and that page has to be moved to the main memory. For that, the operating system should find an empty frame, but there is no empty frame. In that case, what the operating system should do, that is the question. So in that case, operating system should replace one of the existing pages. That it should identify one page, okay, one page as a victim, and it should move that to the hard disk, and then this new page, whichever has been identified, should be brought into that empty location. Okay. So in that context only we have discussed copy on write, all those things. That is only if there is a modification done, then that page shall be written into the hard disk. Otherwise we can just discard that page. Okay. So the topic of this session is what are the various ways of doing this page replacement. So we'll be basically discussing three page replacement algorithms. The first one is the FIFO page replacement algorithm, and then optimal page replacement algorithm, and then LRU, least recently used page replacement algorithm. Okay. So before that, we'll just try to understand this graph. So this graph, what it says in the sense, say in the main memory there are many free frames. Say some of the frames are occupied and some of the frames are free. So whatever is occupied, I'm mentioning as X. Whichever is free, say I'm mentioning as O. So this O represents these are free frames. So this graph, what it shows in the sense, as the number of free frames increases, the number of page fault will decrease. Okay, the more the number of free frames initially before a process was brought into the main memory, if there are more free frames, then then the number of page faults will decrease. Okay. Okay. So you can observe from the graph, if there are more, say let us assume there are 10 free frames are there, 10 free frames are there. Okay. Now what will happen now, and you want to bring a new page into the memory. Okay. Now we want to bring a new page uh, into the memory. Okay. So when you bring the when you first bring that page, obviously it will create a page fault. So so initially the page fault will be more, but subsequently, when sufficient number of pages comes, based on the concept of locality of reference, the page fault will gradually decrease. So basically this graph, what it shows in the sense, as the number of free frames increases, the number of page fault will decrease. Okay, the more the free frames, the less the page fault. Okay, so that is what it shows. Fine. So we'll go through the algorithms. So the first algorithm that we'll be discussing is FIFO. That is first in, first out algorithm. So this algorithm, what it says in the sense, whenever you want to replace a page, you replace the page that comes into the memory first. First in the sense which comes earlier. Okay. So let us try to understand the performance of this algorithm with this particular reference string. Say a particular process P1, a particular process Pi, it wants to access these pages in this order. First it wants to access the page 7, then 0, then 1, then 2, so on and so forth up to this page. Then how many page faults it will create? That is what we are going to study. Okay. Then how many page faults it is going to create? Assuming that initially there are 3 empty frames. Assuming that initially there are 3 empty frames. In the memory initially there are 3 empty frames. If there are 3 empty frames, then how many page faults this particular sequence will create? Okay. So so the first page it want to refer is 7. So 7 will create a page fault, and it will and obviously uh, because of that, that page will be brought from the hard disk and it will be kept in the first location. Okay. Next 0 will create a page fault and it will come to the second location. Next 1 will create a page fault and it will come to the third location. So our assumption is there are only 3 empty frames. Now all the 3 empty frames were filled. Now there is no more empty frames. Now the new page 2 comes. Now the question is now the question of replacement comes. Now one of these 3 pages should be replaced by the page 2. So which page should be replaced? So this FIFO algorithm, first in first out algorithm, what it says in the sense, replace the page that came in first. So which frame came first? 7, the page 7 came first. After that, page 0 came. After that, 1 came. So replace 7. So replace 7 with 2. Okay. That is what it says. Okay. Next, there is a page 0. Next request is page 0. Page 0 is already in the memory, so it won't create a page fault. Next is 3. So 3 should be replaced. So again, which page it should replace? Replace the one which came first. So which came first now? Now 0 is the one which came first. After that, 1. After that, 2. So 3 will replace 0. Okay. Next is 0. So next input is 0. So 0 is not in the memory currently. 0th page is not in the memory. So next the question is 0 should replace which page? 0 should replace the page which came first. So which page came first from out of 1, 3 and 2? So 1 is the one which came first. After that 2 came. After that 3. Okay. So replace 1 by 0, right? Next is 4. Again 4 is not in the memory. So 4 should be replaced by, so 4 should replace either 2, 3 or 0. So which one should it should replace? It should replace the one which came first. So 2 is the one which came first. So 4 will replace 2. Okay. 4 will replace 2. Yeah. And next is 2. So 2 is not in the memory. So 2 should replace the one which came first. Out of 4, 3 and 0, which came first? 3 is the one which came first. Okay. After that, 0. After that, 4. So 2 will replace 3, right? Next input is 3. So 3 will replace which page? Out of 4, 2 and 0, which one came first? 0 is the one which came first. Okay, after that, 4. After that, 2. So this 3 will replace 0, right? And the next input is 0. Again, 0 is not in the memory. So 0 should replace which page? Out of 4, 2 and 3, it should replace which one? It should replace 4 because 4 is the one which came first. Then 2 came, then 3 came. So 0 will replace 4, right? Next, the input is 3. 3 is in the memory, so it won't create a page fault. Next 2. 2 is also in the memory, so it won't create a page fault. Next page is 1. 1 is not in the memory, so it will create a page fault. And which page should be replaced? Memory is full, so which page should be replaced? Out of 0, 2 and 3. Which one came first? 2 is the one which came first. So 2 came first, then 3, then 0. So this 1 will replace 2, right? 1 will replace 2. Next input is 2. So the 2 is not in the memory. So 2 should replace which page? Out of 0, 1 and 3. It should replace 3 because 3 is the one which came first. After that 0 came, after that 1 came. So this 2 will replace 3, right? Next input is 0, 0 is in the memory, so it won't create a page fault. Next is 1, 1 is also in the memory, it also will not create a page fault, okay? Next is 7, 7 is not in the memory, so 7 should replace which page? Out of 0, 1 and 2, it should replace which page? It should replace 0, okay, because 0 is the one which came first, then 1 came, after that 2 came, so 7 will replace 0, okay. And the next input is 0, 0 is not in the memory, so 0 should replace which page? 0 should replace 1, because 1 is the one which came first, after that 2 came, after that 7 came, so 0 will replace 1, 0 will replace 1, okay. And the next page is 1, so 1 will replace which page? Out of 7, 0 and 2, it should replace 2, because 2 is the one which came first, 2 is the one which came first, after that 7 came, and after that 0, so 1 will replace 2, okay. So how many page faults are there? Just you can count these are the page faults: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So this algorithm is creating 15 page faults, 15 page faults, okay. So the number of page faults will vary with the number of, with the different string. So let us take this particular string 1 2 3 4 1 2 5 1 2 3 4 5, okay. So with this particular string, let us try to understand how many page faults it will create if there are 3 empty locations, okay. That is, if there are 3 empty frames. So if there are 3 empty frames, the first input is what? 1, so it will create a page fault, and 1 will be brought into the one of the empty location. Next 2 will create a page fault, and 2 will brought to the next location. Next 3 will create a page fault, and 3 will brought to the next empty location, okay. Next is 4 will create a page fault. Now there are only 3 locations, all 3 are filled, so 4 should replace 1, because 1 is the one which came first, so it will become 4 2 and 3, okay. Next is 1 is not in the memory, so 1 will replace 2, so it will become 4 1 3, okay. Next is 2 is not in the memory, 2 will replace 3, so it will become 4 1 and 2, okay. Next is 5, so 5 is not in the memory, 5 will replace 4, because current scenario 4 is the one which came first, so it will become 5 1 2, okay. Next is 1 will not create a page fault because it's already there. Next is 2 will not create a page fault because it's already there. Next is 3 will create a page fault, and 3 will replace 1, so it will become 5 3 2, okay. 5 3 2. Next is 4 is not in the memory, so it will create a page fault, and 4 will replace 2, so it will become 5 3 4, okay. Next is 5 is already in the memory, so it won't create a page fault, okay. So this has created how many page faults? 1 2 3, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. If the number of free frames are 3, okay, if there are 3 free frames, 3 empty frames, then it has created this many page faults. How many? 9 page faults, okay. For this same input, let us assume that the number of free frames are 4. The number of free frames are 4. Then let us see how many page fault it will create. Okay, first 1 will create a page fault, then 2 will create a page fault, okay. Then 3 will create a page fault, okay. Next 4 will create a page fault. Now we are assuming there are 4 free frames, okay. After 4 created a page fault, the memory becomes full because there is no more free locations. Next there is a 1. So 1 is already in the memory, so it won't create a page fault. Next is 2. 2 is already in the memory, so it won't create a page fault. Next is 5. 5 is not in the memory, so 5 should replace 1. So it will become 5 2 3 4, okay. Next is 1. Next is 1. 1 is not in the memory, So it will replace 2. So it will become 5, 1, 3, 4. Okay, 5, 1, 3, 4. Next is 2. 2 is not in the memory. Okay, in the memory we have only 5, 1, 3, 4. So 2 will replace 3. So it will become 5, 1, 2, 4. Okay. Next is 3. 3 is not in the memory, so it will create a page fault. So it will become 5. So it will replace which page? It will replace page 4. So it will become 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Next is 4. 4. 4 is not in the memory. So it will, so it should replace 5. It will replace 5. So it will become 4, 1, 2, 3. Next is 5. 5 is not in the memory. So it will replace 1. So it will become 4, 5, 2, 3. Okay, now it has created how many page faults? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so with 3 empty frames, it has created 9 page faults. Okay, but with 4 empty frames, it has created 10 page faults. Actually, this is an unexpected situation. This is an unexpected situation because initially in the graph we have seen that as the number of free frames increases, the number of page faults should decrease. As the number of free frames increases, the number of page fault decrease. But at some rare cases, when the number of free frames increases, the number of page fault also uh, may increase. Okay, so here compared to when if there is 9 page fault with 3 frames, 3 empty frames, then with 4 empty frames, it should be either the number of page fault should be less than or equal to 9, but it has become 10. This is an anomaly. This is an anomaly. This is normally which is not expected to happen. So this anomaly is called as Baladi's anomaly. This anomaly is called as Baladi's anomaly. That is, sometimes adding more frames can cause more page faults. Okay, you can see an exclamatory mark here because that is not the natural thing that happens. Naturally, as the free frames increases, the page fault will decrease. As the free frame increases, if the page fault increases, then that is called as Baladi's anomaly, and that may sometimes happen with FIFO algorithm, right? So that's what I'm trying to explain here. Okay, so this graph shows that for this particular string, the graph is for this particular memory reference string. If there is only one free frame, then it will create 12 page fault. If there is two free frames, then also it will create 12 page faults. If there are 3 free frames, this is we have discussed, it will create 9 page fault. If there is 4 free frames, then it will create 10 page fault. So this is not expected. It is expected to come down, but it is going up. So this issue is called as Baladi's anomaly. Okay. So you can work out for other cases with one, what is the page fault, all these you can compare with this graph. You can, it may be a good practice homework for you. Okay. So this is about FIFO replacement technique. The next replacement algorithm that we'll be discussing is optimal page replacement algorithm. So the optimal page replacement algorithm, what it says in the sense, the FIFO algorithm says that whenever you want to replace the page that came first. But FIFO says that replace the page that will not be used for a longest period of time. Replace that page that will not be used for a longest period of time. So based on this principle, this optimal algorithm works. So let us take the same example as we have discussed, the original one, 7012, that example, and let us work out with optimal replacement algorithm. Okay, initially, and also let us assume that there are 3 free frames. Okay, so initially 7 will create a page fault and it will occupy the first location. As a result, it will be moved from the hard disk to the main memory and it will occupy the first location. Then 0 will create a page fault. Then OS will create a trap and it will be fetched from the hard disk and it will occupy the second location. Then 1 will create a page fault. So a trap will be created and it will be fetched from the hard disk and it will occupy the third location. Okay. Now the memory is full. Now whatever a new request comes, either it should be in the memory or if it is not in the memory, it should be replaced. Okay. So now the request is 2. 2 is not in the memory. Currently in memory we have 701. 2 is not in the memory. So now the question is 2 should replace which page? Should it replace 7, 0 or 1? We are using optimal replacement algorithm, not FIFO. Had it been FIFO, it will replace 7 because 7 is the one which came first. But now we are using optimal replacement algorithm. The optimal replacement algorithm says that replace that page that will not be used for a longest period of time. Okay. So the possible replacements are 7, 0 and 1. So out of 7, 0 and 1, you have to check which will not be used for a longest period of time, and that should be uh, replaced. So if you see 7, so the new input is 0. 7 is not, you are not going to use 7 until this time. Okay. Next is 0. You are going to use 0 immediately next. Okay. Next is 1. You are not going to use 1 until this time. Okay. The algorithm says that replace that page that will not be used for the longest period of time. So the page that will not be used for the longest period of time is 7. So replace 7. So 7 will be replaced by 2. That's it. That is what this algorithm says. Next input is 0. 0 is already in the memory, so it won't create a page fault. Okay. Next is 3. 3 is not in the memory, it creates a page fault. Now which page should be replaced out of 2, 0 and 1? 2 is not, you are not going to use 2 for this much time. 0 is getting used immediately next. Okay. 0 is getting used. So out of 2, 0, 1, we have to identify which should be replaced. So 2, we are not going to use this much time. 0, the next reference is 0, and 1, we are not going to use 1 until this particular time. So 1 is the one which is not getting used for the longest time. So replace 1 by 3. So replace 1 by 3. Okay. Next input is 0. 0 is not available in the memory, so no page fault. Next is 4. 4 is not in the memory, so page 4 should replace which page? Out of 2, 0 and 3, it should replace which page? 2, 2 is, we are going to require 2 immediately next, and we are not going to use 0 until this time. Okay. And we are not going to use 3 until this time. So out of this, the longest time, the one which will not be used for the longest duration is 3. Okay. So 0 will replace this. The one which will not be used for the longest time is 3. Yes. Yes. So the new page is sorry. Sorry, we are here. 2 is already available, 3 is already available, then 0. Okay. So you have to compare 2, 4 and 3. So we should replace either 2, 4 or 3. So 2 will be used after this much time. Okay. 4 is, we are never going to use 4. Okay. Infinity time. 3 will be used immediately next. Okay. So this 0 should replace 4. The one which will not be used for the longest time is 4. So 4 will be replaced by 0. Next is 3. 3 is already in the memory, no page fault. Next is 2. 2 is in the memory, there is no page fault. Next is 1. 1 is not in the memory. So 1 should replace either 2, 0 or 3. So, but if you see 2, 2 is getting used here. 0 is getting used here. 3 is not at all getting used. Okay. So this 1 will replace 3. So 3 will be replaced by 1. Next is 2, no page fault. Next is 0, no page fault. Next is 1, no page fault. Next is 7. So 7 creates a page fault. So 7 should replace either 2, 0 or 1. So if you see 2, 2 is not at all used. 0 is used after this much time. 1 is used after this much time. So this 7 will replace 2. So 2 will be replaced by 7. Okay. And the next input is 0. 0 is already in the memory, no page fault. 1 is already in the memory, so there is no page fault. So this algorithm, optimal page replacement algorithm, let us see how many page fault it has created. It has created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 page faults it has created. Okay. So it is very much better than the FIFO algorithm. Okay. But what is the drawback with this algorithm? In the sense, there is a major drawback with this algorithm, that is you cannot know the future. Okay, so this is for theoretical study purpose. We are assuming that this is the reference string, but in reality that is not the case. Actually, you don't know the future. What was the memories, locations will be requested by a particular software. All these things we don't know in advance. So practically you cannot implement this algorithm. But this algorithm can be used as a reference algorithm. This algorithm can be used as a reference algorithm. So this algorithm is the ideal case. Okay, optimal page replacement algorithm gives the ideal page replacements. Okay, so the performance of the other algorithms can be compared with the optimal page replacement algorithm, and by that we can decide which algorithm is performing better than any other algorithm. Okay, because optimal replacement algorithm is an ideal case which predicts the future, but in reality we don't know the future. Okay, so practically speaking we cannot implement optimal replacement algorithm, but it can be used theoretically for the study purpose to analyze the performance of other algorithm. Okay, so optimal replacement algorithm can be treated as an what do you call as a reference point to measure the performance of other algorithms. Okay, so previously also in one algorithm we faced this problem, that is in one of the CPU scheduling algorithm, SJF, shortest job first algorithm also, you don't know which job is shortest. So for that we did some prediction, all those things, but that is also predicting the future. So this is also similar to that. Okay, so the point is optimal replacement algorithm cannot be implemented in reality, but it can be used as a reference point to assess the performance of other page replacement algorithms, right? Okay. So the next algorithm is recently used, uh, least recently used algorithm, least recently used page replacement algorithm. So this algorithm, what it says in the sense, replace the page that has not been used recently. Replace, whenever you want to replace a page, replace the page that has not been used recently. That's it. Okay, so it is about the past we know, right? So whichever the page which is not recently used, replace that page. Okay, because it is more likely that the page that is recently used will be required in the future also. Okay, so let us take the same example and let us assume there are 3 empty frames, and let us try to understand the performance of LRU, least recently used page replacement algorithm. So first there is 7. 7 creates a page fault and it occupies the first location. Next 1 creates a page fault, it occupies the second. Sorry, 0. 0 created the page fault, it occupies the first location, and 1 created the page fault and it occupies this second location. So a third location. Okay. 7 occupies the first, 0 occupies the second, and 1 occupies the third location. Now the memory is full. Now the next input is 2. Okay, but 2 is not already in the memory, so 2 will create a page fault. Now the question is 2 should replace which page? So the available pages are 7, 0 and 1. Out of 7, 0 and 1, one of the page should be replaced by 2. So which should be the victim? So this algorithm says that replace the page that has not been used recently. So which is the one recently used? 1. Okay, the next recently used is 0, and the next recently used is 7. So which is the one least recently used? So this is the one most recently used, and this is the one next most recently used, and this is the one which is least recently used, 7. So replace 7 by 2. That's it. Next is 0. 0 is already in the memory, no page fault. Next is 3. 3 is not in the memory, page fault, and 3 should replace either 2, 0 or 1. So which to replace? Which to replace? 0 is the one recently used, 2 is the one next recently used, and 1 is the one least recently used. So replace 1 by 3. Okay. Next is 0. 0 is in the memory, no page fault. Next is 4. So 4 should replace either 2, 0 or 3. So 4 is not in the memory, 4 should replace either 2, 0 or 3. So what it should replace? 4 should, so if you see 0, 0 is the recently used, 3 is the recently used, 0 already came here, and 2 is the one which least recently used. So 2 will be replaced by 4. Okay. Next is 2. 2 is not in the memory. So 2 will be fetched and it should replace either 4, 0 or 3. So it should pick up the least recently used. 4 is the one recently used. The next recently used is 0. Okay, next recently used is 3. So the least recently used is 3. So 3 will be replaced by 2. Okay. Next is 3. 3 is not in the memory. Current memory is 402. So 3 should replace what? 3 should replace either 4, 0 or 2. The most recently used is 2. Next most recently used is 4. And the least recently used is 0. So 3 will replace 0. 0 will be replaced by 3. Okay. Next is 0. 0 is not in the memory. So again, to work out, the most recently used is 3, next most recently used is 2, and the least recently used is 4. So 4 will be replaced by 0. Next is 3. 3 is in the memory, no page fault. Next is 2. 2 is also in the memory, there is no page fault. Next is 1. 1 is not in the memory, so 1 should replace either 0, 3 or 2. So what it should replace? 2 is the one recently used, 3 is the one next recently, and 0 is the one least recently used. So 0 will be replaced by 1. 0 will be replaced by 1. Next is 2. 2 is already in the memory, so it won't create a page fault. Next is 0. Next is 0. 0 is not in the memory, so it creates a page fault. So 0 should replace either 1, 3 or 2. So least recently, sorry, yeah, most recently used is 2. Next most recently used is 1. 2 is the most recently used, and the least recently used is 3. So 3 will be replaced by 0. Next is 1. 1 is already in the memory, so no page fault. Next is 7. 7 is not in the memory, so 7 should replace either 1, 0 or 2. So 1 is the one which is most recently used. Next most recently used is 0. So least recently used is 2. So 7 will be replaced by uh, 2 will, yeah, 7 will replace 2. That is 2 will be replaced by 7. Okay. Next is 0. 0 is in the memory, no page fault. Next is 1. 1 is in the memory, so there is no page fault. So this algorithm has created how many page faults? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 page faults it has created. Okay. So if you compare all the three algorithms, FIFO has created 15 page faults. Okay. FIFO has created 15 page faults, and optimal page replacement algorithm has created 9 page faults. Okay. 9 page faults, and LRU has created 12 page faults. Okay, so you can see that always. So from this, what you can observe in the sense, LRU is better than FIFO. LRU is better than FIFO, because anyway optimal is an ideal case which is available only in theory, so it cannot be used practically. So in practical aspect, you can see that LRU performs better than FIFO, right? Okay. So that's it about the various page replacement algorithms. So you have to take different strings and you have to work out. You will be getting this kind of questions in exams, like given a reference string and the number of free frames, you will be asked to identify how many page faults will be created for a given algorithm, whether it is FIFO or optimal or LRU. Okay, fine. Let us stop here. Thank you.